What's up, you guys? I'm going to do one more stock review for Airbnb today. The symbol is ABNB.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Yesterday, I did the stock review for Shift Technologies, the symbol SFT. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. It's a great stock to buy at this point. We are in December 2020. SFT is trading at $8.65 and it has a great potential to go higher. This video, I'm going to review Airbnb post IPO. It has been a couple of days since Airbnb is trading. And it has spiked up to $145. I'm going to talk about three things. The first one is where Airbnb right now as a stock price, the valuation of Airbnb. Second thing is what is the Airbnb as a business, the statistics and the numbers. By now you can tell that I love numbers. I analyze the numbers for stocks and then I share it with you guys. You can take the advantage of the stock as well and make some money. And the third thing I'm going to talk about is why I did not buy Airbnb just yet. Be a great long-term investment. If you're looking for a 5 years horizon, you should definitely buy Airbnb. It's going to explode. I'm going to share my screen. But before I do that, I wanted to say, please like, share, and subscribe. You can see my screen. As you can see on my screen, Airbnb was closed on December 11th at $139.25. As you can see in the chart right here, it went all the way up to $151.10 and got back to $139.25 and closed for the day. What I wanted to do is sort of review, first of all, what is Airbnb? Airbnb offered the stock in IPO at $68. Puts the company at the valuation of market cap of $47 billion, going to have the market cap of somewhere between like $40 to $50 billion. Now let's take a look at where it stands with $140, more or less the stock price that the company has now. That puts the company at $100 billion of market cap on the very first day of trading. But I'm going to share pros and cons, to share the facts of the company from the numbers standpoint. I'm also going to talk about some of the previous IPOs and how it performed, sort of in general, what Airbnb does as a company, their business, their revenue model, how they make money, their listings, their customer base, and how the company is doing post IPO as well as pre-IPO. Airbnb tops $100 billion in market cap on the first day of trading. Someone can say it's a bubble, but lately what we have been seeing, Tesla, Amazon, and other tech companies, this may not be a bubble, and we'll see. I mean, no one can say where it goes, but here's what I'm going to say. This is a tech company. Even if lockdown is extended, even if the travel industry does not get back to normal, Airbnb is going to do precisely what they have done in terms of revenue this year, hopefully moving forward. There are lots of avenues where it can grow as a business, as a company, and they can add more revenue stream into their business model. So first and foremost, let me tell you what is Airbnb. Airbnb is a community-based online platform. It lists and rents local home. It connects the host and the travelers. So let's say if you want to travel to a certain place and you're looking for a home, you can go to Airbnb's site and they act as an agent. They will charge you the fee. They have a pretty good business model that I'm going to talk about in a second. What was your experience about the host, about their place? You can also rate them, kind of like Yelp of real estate, where you can stay. You can find just a room as well as a bigger place for yourself and your family. Let me go to Airbnb's site. So here you can see this is the site, pretty robust user experience. As you can see, as I'm scrolling through, they are merely connecting the hosts and the travelers, and in exchange, they charge you the fees. They charge the fees to the hosts as well as the travelers as the transaction fee. Now, let me share some of the numbers from Airbnb. So I have done a lot of research. Long story short, basically it became a $100 billion company in the market cap today. So the launch date of the company, as you can see here, in 2008. So this company is around for a while. It's a proven business model. Lots of us, including me and you, we have taken the advantage of Airbnb, and it's a great experience. The headquarters is in California. Starting 2015, I have the numbers for bookings right here. So in 2015, the Airbnb bookings were 25 million. And in 2019, it all the way ramped up to 187 million in booking. So you can see it's an exponential growth for the company. From 2015 to 2016, company precisely doubled their booking from 25 million to 52 million. And it did not stop from there. And it grew up to 187 million in Airbnb bookings. And there is a lot more growth and expansion for Airbnb. The majority of the revenue is coming from North America and Europe for Airbnb. It's global company. Airbnb listings in 2012 there were 0.12 million listings, and within 3 years or maybe 4 years, their listing grew 10x. Again, it's an exponential growth, 10x listings, as you can see, from 0.12 million to 1.2 million, and it doubled just next year in terms of listings. As you can see how the company grew from 0.12 million to 7 million from 2012 to 2019, and it is still growing. Now the user statistics in 2012, there were 6 million Airbnb users, which is right now 150 million. Actually, this data is 2018, so it's 150 million users. So it grew pretty fast. It grew really fast in last 6 or 7 years. Again, the more the listings are, the more the users are, company is going to make more money in revenue. Now, this company does not really own real estate. The real estate is owned by their hosts, who are their users, and then travelers, who are their also users. They go and rent the place. In exchange, they pay the stay to the host, and the company makes money from both the travelers as well as the hosts. So in 2014, the revenue was 423 million. Fast forward 2019, as you can see, the revenue is $4.7 billion. So it's a phenomenal growth for the company. It's an exponential growth, and I think the company is going to grow with a very good pace. So 423 million, 900 million, broke the billion, 1.7 to 2.6 to 3.6, and it grew pretty much in billion every single year. And the growth is pretty steady. Now the valuation, which is where the fun comes in. So 2014, the valuation of the company was 10 billion. It doubled in 2015 and kind of added $10 billion pretty much every single year. And 2020, actually the valuation was a little bit lower because of COVID. The revenue numbers went, it did not grow as based on the guidance from the company and expectations, because the COVID locked down pretty much everything. But as you can see with the market cap, it's $100 billion company. So with $145 in stock, ABNB. It's a unique business in itself. And it offers various types of options for their users. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the user base by the age group. So as you can see here, and let me zoom a little bit so you can see this better, but basically 15% of their users are between the age of 18 and 24. Majority of their users are between 25 to 34 years. which is 36%, as you can see in the graph here. So majority of their user base is from 18 years old up to, I want to say, 55 years. And this age group is going to travel more and more as they make more money, as they find more time in their life, and as they travel a lot more. And I think this will fuel the growth of the company in the coming years. So I think the company is doing extremely well at the moment. This user base is based in United States and Europe. The data is from 2017, but I think what from my research I found is the data for 2020 is pretty similar to what we have today. I wanted to share this particular site page because it has a chart and it is more interactive and easy to see, easy to read for you guys. So this is what the user base by age group in both United States and Europe, where the company gets the most revenue streams. And the next thing I wanted to say is why personally I have not bought Airbnb just yet. But it opened up pretty high, and it is around 140. I do believe that I can get Airbnb around $110, which is about 20% from where it is right now. So as you can see, it is at $140. Let me go back to this chart. So just rounding up the numbers, it is at $140. So 20% of 140 is around $28. So let's say $30, 140 minus 30 is 110. I think 110 is a good price. But if you're trying to invest and if you are trying to hold for a long term, I think as you have noticed, the valuation for the companies, especially the tech companies, does not really justify the revenue at the moment. And if the stock market in general does well, if the technology stock does well, Airbnb is going to do well. And we have seen that from Facebook, Tesla, Amazon, you name them, the technology stocks. I do think that the investor may get 110 when there is a little bit of sell-off in general, not in Airbnb, but in the market. And I do believe that 110 could be a good price. I'm not sure if I want to hold it for 5 to 10 years, maybe a couple of years. So I'm trying to get a little bit of a discount before I buy Airbnb for myself. But here is what you can see. Airbnb started at 147 on December 11. And it went up right here, $147. And kind of it from 150-ish, it came back to 145. And here from 145, there's a valley, as you can see, for about $10, close to like 7% from 145 to I guess 135. So $10 on 145 is more or less 6.9 or maybe 7%. So that got dropped, and it got back up and closed at 139. Now, if I take a look at, let's say, a 5 days chart. So 5 days chart kind of opened up around 147, 148, got back all the way up to 149, 150 here. And kind of the bottom was 138. So it was probably the FOMO, fear of missing out. So people bought it to ride it out and maybe like sell it in the short term. But I think in the long term, the company looks pretty good, especially if they open up some of the business travel, which is a great opportunity, I do believe. Even if the hotel industry does not do pretty well, I do believe that Airbnb is an individual host, an individual traveler. And it's a tech company. People are going to travel from places to places, and they're going to need places to stay. I do believe Airbnb is a great alternative if someone is looking to stay based on the review, because they offer review, they offer the host verification, they offer the innovative tools and technologies within the user experience, sort of in general. And I think it allows every Josh Schmo on the street to rent their place. It opens up again the idea of passive income that I will always talk about. It opens up a revenue stream for an individual who owns a place or maybe rents a place, just to let someone crash into your place for a night and make quick 50 or 100 bucks. So that's Airbnb. One more thing I wanted to say is, if you look back with other IPOs like Facebook or Snapchat or Twitter or even Tesla, the IPOs in the tech IPOs, the tech companies IPO, in the beginning, it went higher, then it had a little bit of a dip, and then it did pretty well. So I do believe that Airbnb could be in the same boat. Right now, people are heavily buying because of a few things. The market is pretty high at the moment. The valuations are crazy. Logically, it does not make sense. Look at Tesla. Look at Amazon. Amazon doubled in price from 1,700 earlier this year to 3,200 at the moment. Tesla, as you already know as well. But I wanted to quickly show you the graph, how it looks for Facebook when it kind of started trading and how it worked out. So this is the Facebook stock. Right now it's at 230. I'm sorry, right now at 273 and 55 cents. But basically, when it started trading, it was 40-ish, $42. And from $42, kind of it went all the way, as you can see on my chart right here, around 17, 18, and $19 briefly. And from there, it started picking up. So this data is in 2012, and it did not stop. It went all the way high pretty quickly to $128, $29. From there, it went all the way up to $207. And when the market crashed, kind of, earlier this year due to COVID, it went to 150, but from there it quickly picked up, and it is right now at 200 and almost $80. So this is the story of Facebook. So as you can see from the IPO, when it was listed on the stock market, it went a little bit down. I want to say almost 42% down. It is not a little bit down. It's 42% down from $42, and someone could have bought it at $19. And from $19, I think there's a great opportunity to 10x your money and sort of earn $280. And it's not even 10 years. Same for Twitter. So as you can see, Twitter was listed at 45. It started trading at around 45. And it went all the way down close to 32 or $30, as you can see on the chart right here. It kind of went up back to $50. So one more example I wanted to show you for Snapchat. So this is Snap, which is trading, Snap Inc., trading at 53.33 right now as of December 11. Snap was $24, went all the way down, 56% down to $11.50, and from there it kind of picked up, as you can see right now, all the way up to $53. So think about it, like there are peaks and valleys. If someone bought it for $13, the ROI would be 5 times. So I think what I'm trying to say is Airbnb could be a similar story. So do buy it. If you're trying to hold it for a long term, I don't think 20 bucks makes any difference. But hey, do your own research. Consult with your financial advisor. This is my own research, my own thoughts, and I wanted to share it with you. So if I make money, you can also use the knowledge and research that I have done so far, and you make money as well. And if you like this video, once again, like it, share it, and subscribe it. It helps me. And if you like this video, also add some comments. I'll make more videos, do more stock research and analysis, and I'll share it with you guys. With that, signing off.